G'day and welcome to Game 2 between TeamLiquid and VP. TeamLiquid was able to take Game 1 in a fairly dominant fashion, really, and countered the Primal Beast. The Primal Beast has been the hero that has put fear into many teams after the Marcy and Enigma bans, and the Primal Beast might make it through, but the Disruptor Clock from TeamLiquid is shown to be quite an answer for that hero. So as they're looking at our first bans for Liquid and VP, Liquid, of course, obligatory, take out the Marcy. If you don't have first pick, it's your duty, your calling to ban the Marcy first. VP, I think, go for the same bans as Game 1, if I recall correctly, with the Enigma and SF.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. VirtusPro's turn to pick. TeamLiquid's turn.
Undying will be taken out by TeamLiquid as well. And the Clockwork will be the first pick this time for VP. So the old, that hero was pretty good. I think we'll have some of it ourselves. VP will pick it up. And we'll see how Liquid get to respond against the Clockwork. See if they have a plan against this hero, not necessarily for it. And you might notice Primal Beast has been ignored. They still grab the Disruptor anyway. So even without the Clockwork, Disruptor is still a lot of value, and the Tusk. So you can see how these little metas develop in tournaments. How this Primal Beast seems to have been worked out, and now it's just ignored. Not banned, not picked. Stardust Immortal, welcome in.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So Tusk, good combo with the Disruptor. You can blink in with the punch and follow up with the Static Storm on the ground. It's pretty solid form of initiation prior to BKBs. Tusk's interaction with Clockwork is a little bit interesting. You have the Snowball save, try and protect someone who's been hooked in on, but the cogs are a fair bit of a nuisance against the Tusk. And both heroes somewhat function in the same way. You think about the Ice Shards on Tusk and the cogs on the Clockwork. TeamLiquid almost picked themselves a pseudo Clockwork here in terms of that team fight sort of wall disruption. Obviously, it doesn't provide the same vision or long-range initiation as the Clockwork, but some elements are the same. Morphling, second pick from VP. Now, Morphling has had an extremely high win rate in these last chance qualifiers. It's just been a top-tier pick. Particularly in, I believe, Vici Gaming was picking the Morphling for Erica a lot of the games. And I think he had a 100% win rate on the Morphling until they bowed out. The super strong pick in this tournament.
10 seconds remaining.
Some heroes are just in every game. Yeah, some heroes are just in every game.
5 seconds.
Although some not so much. They've been worked out. Lone Druid. The Eldoge Matama Man Bear has been banned. AA taken out for the Morphling as well. Don't want to forget about that one. Accidentally leave it in. Although it's like, you look at the opening picks from TeamLiquid, Disruptor and Tusk. You go, do they really have space to fit an AA into this draft? And the answer is probably no. But if they find a way to do it, you really don't want an AA against the Morphling. Well, the Morphling doesn't want to be against an AA. So they just ban it, just for security. Insurance. Make sure that pick won't come out at all from TeamLiquid. Second phase, Primal Beast will be banned. So both teams were willing to allow the hero to be picked early, but not so much into the second phase. It is still a strong hero. Even with somewhat of a counter in the Clockwork or the Disruptor, it's still good. There's a reason it's been pretty much first pick most of these tournaments in the last month or so. Liquid just using a bunch of time here on the second phase bans. Invoker taken out. A good combo with the Clockwork. You can Sunstrike in on the cogged up targets. And generally just provides a good amount of control in the team fight, so the Morphling doesn't get focused too much. You can get the Ice Ball down, maybe a Tornado. Just gives a little bit of space for a Morphling. So they'll be taken out from TeamLiquid. Both teams in the think tank for these bans. Sniper. Okay, the Matumba Sniper will be removed as well. These bans, they're really targeting Matumba Man in the second phase. At least the recent heroes he's been playing. VP doing their homework on what the go-to picks for TeamLiquid are.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Why no one plays full strength support morph? Because it's not very good. Situationally maybe, but as a staple, it's just not very good. And if you're picking a Morphling, why don't you just play it as carry Morphling? It's so strong at the moment. I think it's got like a 65% win rate maybe in the last chance qualifiers. Maybe it's dropped a little bit over the last day, but it was certainly up in the 60%. So if you get to pick a carry that's in a 60% win rate, then like over 20 games, then you're onto something good. Liquid actually ban the Tide Hunter themselves. They were a little bit partial to the Tide Hunter with Zai, but instead they go for the Beastmaster this game. So looking for the vision control with the Disruptor. It's a nice little combo. You can send the Hawks out, may get the vision to get the glimpse back. So single target burst with the Tusk and the Beastmaster. A little bit of AoE control from the Disruptor.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, it's still a long way to go in this draft. I'm not feeling the TeamLiquid draft at this point. Is it a push strat? Are you buying time? You've got the Inner Beast Aura, but the other two heroes, the Tusk and the Disruptor, don't really benefit from that at all. There's not any obvious synergies there. I mean, it's enough just to have with your Helm of the Overlord creep and your Boars to get the Inner Beast, but you still like to get some other synergies. They still have a couple of cores to pick, so I'm sure TeamLiquid will fill out their draft in an appropriate way. VP, minute and 10. Likely to look for their other support, plus maybe a offlaner or a mid here. Clockwork likely to be the 4, played by Yamich. Liquid haven't put any stock into really banning the 5 heroes, really apart from the Undying. So the full complement is available for VP to pick for Yamich here. And you might want some sort of save against a Beastmaster, possibly a Shadow Demon. Oh, the TikToks. Oh, the TikToks. You gotta believe that's coming from TeamLiquid. Yes, they do get a saving support in the Dazzle. I was thinking Oracle or the Shadow Demon. They take the Dazzle, wanting to allow someone to survive through that burst. And if it's the Morphling who gets roared, you know, you can survive through the burst with the Shallow Grave, and then just waveform away. That's all good. The CK, 4th pick from VP. Okay, this opens up some possibilities here. So we could see a mid morph. It's unlikely, I think, it'd be a support morph. We got the Clockwork and the Dazzle there, sort of covering those areas. So possible we see a mid morph, possible we see just a safe lane morph and an off lane CK, and we're still waiting for VP's mid pick for GPK. I think that's probably the safer option. Queen of Pain now from TeamLiquid, so that'll be the mid hero for Mickey. Lena? If neither of these two from VP, the CK or the Morphling, will be mid, Lena, GPK's Lena is an absolute go-to. and is one of the heroes that can bully a Queen of Pain out of
10
lane.
seconds remaining.
Pudge will be banned from VP. Pretty obvious TeamLiquid are looking for a position 1. With the Pudge taken, the Bear, the Sniper.
Turn to ban.
No safe lane SF. Liquid ban a Visage. So they're under the impression that it might be the mid-morphling safe lane. Mid-morphling safe lane, CK, and then grabbing themselves an aura carrier for the off lane.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds.
Liquid have got to look for a Giga carry here. Void is still in the draft. Void's decent with the Queen of Pain, and Disruptor provides a nice little setup and plenty of damage in the Chrono. Beastmaster's Raw off to the side is fine just to hold one hero down whilst the Chrono goes off. Slark taking out PLs in the draft as well. Thinking about PL illusions, I mean there is the Dazzle Shard. Probably deal with that considerably.
5 seconds remaining.
VirtusPro's turn to
The
pick.
Darkseid ban. So TB is still available for Liquid. Yeah. TB is decent with a push strat. You can push around meta with the Inner Beast. There's enough team fight sort of CC to ensure he gets the Sunder off.
5 seconds remaining.
Liquid's turn to pick.
Timbersaw. So it probably will be this mid morphling. So they got 2 carries going late VP. If they want them. I mean, that's pretty dirty draft to take late game with the CK and the morphling. Timbersaw to make the
10
space.
seconds remaining.
It's not an obvious Timber game. I mean, yeah, there's just the Beastmaster. But I think you're just looking for someone to be able to go in and tank up the spells, tank up the damage, so this Morphling and CK can sort of go around and move unhindered. Yeah, Terrorblade unlikely now against the Timbersaw. Low HP on the Terrorblade. High armor. Not very good against pure damage. Pure damage burst. I think the Faceless Void. I know Void against Morphling is not fantastic. Luna.
You may now select your heroes.
Okay, so Liquid are looking for that timing-based push. They want to win around 30 to 35 minutes. I guess with the Inner Beast and the Lunar Blessing, you can take Roshan with the Lunar Blessing plus Tag Team. Queen of Pain is a strong timing around that 30 minutes as well. Yeah, they're sort of Liquid are pretty all in. And against a multi-core lineup like this with the CK and the Morphling, it's pretty greedy.
It's looking spicy. It's looking spicy.
It's a greedy bunch of picks from VP. With the CK and the Morphling.
10 seconds remaining.
CK doesn't really flash farm, but can keep up with the Phantasms once he has them online. Not against the Luna, though. Luna will, if he has a reasonable game on with Matama Man, will outfarm pretty much anyone else on the map here. And if VP can hold off that 30-35 minute timing that a Luna draft really wants to win in, then they're looking decent. But, I mean, Dazzle's not going to do a whole lot. Blockwork, if he hooks in, there'll be too much damage. He'll just die pretty easily. CK Illusions, Sonic Wave, Axes, even Shards. A fair bit of AoE from the Disruptor, the Luna Bouncers. I'm not sure the Illusions will really survive long in a team fight. And if we think about the magical burst for the Timbersaw, there is an Eclipse, Sonic Wave. Raw to lock him down. I think Timber's probably going to be a bit of paper here if they manage to isolate him. It's not really one of those Timber games where you see the Timber and think, yeah, he's just going to be invulnerable. Both teams will move out. Smokes, 5-man. Good lucks coming from both teams.
Honestly, I'm really impressed.
Vodka, we are on replay, so no spoilers. No spoilers. We are on replay. Okay, because we couldn't join the game. So we've carefully avoided all spoilers to this point. So, Liquid, heading south. We'll get down a little bit of vision on the high ground. See any potential couriers coming out to deliver the items. Zai and Boxy might have themselves some courier for dinner. Mickey, 4 for GG branches.
Seconds to battle.
Plus some fairy fires. Wants to have enough damage in the mid lane to compete against GPK's Morphling. Morphling's got 65, so he's going to struggle. No quelling blades though, so it's a fair matchup. If anything, against the balance, Water Boy can be called fair. Yeah, nice little catch on the ward there from Liquid. So D-Ward for them in the mid lane. So VP will be missing themselves a ward in the mid lane. And as we head out, we'll see that Mickey, mid, Quap, be laning up against GPK's Morphling. In the top lane, Ramsey's actually heading to the off lane at the POS1 CK. Might be some lane shenanigans here, switching around. He's got both supports heading his way for the time being. Zakota on the Dazzle and Yamich on the Clockwork. TPing top will be Tusk. Yeah, I think Matama Man's trying to switch. He will run south. 325 movement speed, so won't be in too much trouble. Get there reasonably quickly. Probably just lose the one wave. Boxy will soak some XP here for the time being. Running top is Zai, so if you run, you can save the TPs and then you can get ahead of the lane switch. Insania bottom lane, soaking the XP. VP are not moving for the time being, so they'll just hold their positions. And then we'll wait and see whether they want to make a lane switch as well. Poison Touch, one of the most obnoxious spells level 1. Dakota just giving it to Boxy. And top lane, Zai will arrive. Courier, no boots on the Clockwork. And bottom lane, Matama Man gets here for the first little bit of XP. And it doesn't look like VP will switch their lanes. I think they're just happy with the little bit of a lead they have on the lanes for now. And won't probably end up switching them. Mid lane, GPK is 4-2 up against the 6-3 of Mickey. Quap should do a decent job of bullying out GPK here with the daggers, but there is a waveform to potentially dodge and strength morph up. Is a Morphling after all. Actually, the shards will miss, and the tip immediately comes out from Yamich. But I don't think anyone's really going to hurt each other here. Yamich, I need the level 1 battery assault, level 2 on Boxy. Zai with the axes. Just scare Yamich back. Tag Team was used there. Up again in 5 seconds. If Yamich hangs around, it could be a little bit of trouble for him. Bottom lane. Glimpse back onto DM. Do they have any more damage? No, they don't. 13 forward and 9-2 in the mid lane. I think GPK will do perfectly fine on this lane. The dagger spam is still coming. Level 2 on the dagger. Mickey is going to do as much as he can. Top lane, the first blood goes down. Beastmaster does die. And they are still committing to this sort of tri-lane up here. Yamich, Dakota, and Ramses. Bottom lane DM is doing just as well as he can. I mean, he's not really pressured that much. Looks like Insania will go top, and it'll be a tri-lane on tri-lane now. Boxy has the shards. Will block him in. Yamich is caught using the battery assault. Tag team and the body blocks from Boxy. They'll turn around and get the kill on this Clockwork. Maybe Glimpse will send him back. And that will get the job done. Matumba is now solo bottom lane against DM. Now, for the time being, until at least level 6, Matumba Man should be perfectly fine with this. He's not going to be under really a lot of pressure. Easy lasting with the level 2 and the Lunar Blessing. Got the Lucent Beam if he needs to get out of dodge. Cancel a a chain across, but he should be fine to get those levels in the farm in the bottom lane. And so we got 6 heroes around top, so plenty of potential for action. Boxy's making his way to the runes. Yamcha will come and contest with the level 1 battery. Boxy doesn't really want to fight against that, but he possibly can just stand. And the will be claimed by Yanovich. Bottom lane, Mickey filled up the bottle, so GPK, no bottle for him. And Boxy might just try and move in on this Morphling. Still holding on to the waveform. Got 3 stick charges. Enough to get the mana up if it was necessary.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Zai level 2 still. He's struggling the levels in this top lane. Hasn't really got enough XP. Wants to probably get that level 2 boar up reasonably quickly. Mango's being popped. Sanya, 2 in glimpse. And Yamich is making his way across. There are 6 heroes up. It's been a while since the nutritional tri-lanes. Ramsey's caught back with the glimpse and the axes. Boxy. Being battery assaulted, but with the creep waves moving in, he is pretty safe just to move away. Battery assault plus poison touch. Pretty dirty combo. Slow him down. Keep those ticks hitting. But plenty of heroes to tank up against battery assault. Clockwork is not one of the better tri-lane heroes because you want heroes isolated. Ramsey's might be caught here by the tag team and the shards. Actually glimpsed back into him. Well played there by Insania. Since you think you walked around, but in fact, you're coming back into Ice City. GPK comes in, immediately drops a ward. Okay, probably saw that. I just sent himself out a sentry. Level 5 now. I'm 6 on Mickey, so has hit the 6 about half a level earlier than GPK. The top lane. Snowball. Heading over onto Yamich. Stun does connect. And the shards. They need the axe damage. It will be enough. Boxy probably going to go down in trade here. But Liquid happy to get the kill first. Get that XP. You know, in tri-lanes, it's not just about the kills, but who gets them first. So that the XP is spread out. And everyone on that tri-lane can scale and keep moving forward. Matama Man now level 5. 3 in the Lunar Blessing. And Timbersaw, 3 in the Timber Chain. None yet in the Whirling Death. I thought maybe with a reasonably lane, might go a little greedier on the item, on the skill build here. DP bottom from Boxy. And Mickey is making his way down. Has Sonic Wave ready. Going under the tower. Matama Man, they're out of mana on DM with the tag team and the Lunar Blessing. The armor's not going to save you here. It'll be too much damage. Not even having to use the Sonic. I mean, this is level 3 Lunar Blessing top lane. They're diving in under the tower. Ramsey's taking tower hits plus the ticks from the Thunderstrike. Battery Assault moving in onto Zai, trying to get around the tower. Trying to get a kill onto Dakota before he goes down. And Matama Man's TP'd. The Lucent Beam. Level 3 in the Lunar Blessing. I remember this hits hard. He has the Eclipse ready if he wants to use it. They mightn't think so. The Glimpse pulls him back. One more couple of right clicks. I think Insania will get it. He will with that Lunar Blessing damage. And the crit from Ramses means that the Disruptor is not able to get away.
Let us fight.
And Zai eventually makes the decision to TP now back to bottom. Now Matama Man is top. Maybe that was a poor decision, seeing that Matama Man has just died. And they're just bringing multiple heroes up to this top lane. It's probably time to abandon this top tier 1 for the side of Liquid. Unless they want to commit potentially 3 heroes to pull it back. Maybe even 4.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Ramses with the treads. Bracer early and a magic stick. Pretty tanky. 1300 HP with the strength treads on. Zai doesn't have anywhere near that at the moment. Level 5. Working towards that Helm of the Dominator mid lane. GPK has been somewhat caught, but he's got a waveform up to the high ground. Shards actually catch him inside, and the neutral creeps, they're dealing the damage. In fact, he's looking for a deny maybe, but the strength morph is coming out. He's looking for the deny. He's hoping that the neutrals do it, but Mickey gets the hit. Back in the bottom lane. Zai, axes. In fact, is this a level 2 axes? Level 3 in the boar. Shards, will it catch again? Ramses, he's trapped. He's got nowhere to go. Matumba Does have an Eclipse if he wants to use it. There's the dagger and the Lucent Beam, but just the damage, the physical is enough. They can just hit him down. In fact, they're starting to think about the tower before he's even dead. The disrespect. The disrespect towards Ramses. That mid ward was taken down as well. So the ward that GPK TP'd in and dropped right in front of Mickey, that was dewarded at some point there, and got their own deward on the other side. Glyph will be popped mid. Liquid still have a obs on the southern side of the mid lane. And with the bottom tier 1 falling, they can just start controlling this area. Either Matumba Man or Zai control this bottom side of the jungle and can sweep mid pretty easily through here with no vision up. Particularly once Roar is available and the mana's there. I think we're almost level 6, but yeah, seriously lacking a bit of mana for the time being. And once you get that Helm of the Dominator, that might send himself out some clarities. Hawks are scouting up the river. Was seen by the creeps under the sentry. But doubt that Hawk will get killed at all. Top lane Insania soaking level 6 at the moment. You can see that Ramses is top net worth, followed closely by Quap and Luna. Dakota went just for the 2 in Poison Touch. This is the pretty standard build. Just get the 2 for the lane and then go back and max out the Shadow Wave or the Shallow Grave, depending on how you think the mid game is going to develop. And the supports for both sides, level 5 on, or now level 6 on Boxy. I think you just got the book. Yeah, you just bought the book, so level 6 on Boxy. And they might look to make a rotation with 6 on Insania. Here's the smoke. Level 3 in the shards, and he's had him on point this game. Mickey level 9, almost maxed out Scream. Actually maxed Dagger, and just the 1 in the blink. Gonna find Ramses. You see him farming. Catch him with the snowball and the shards. Tries to pop the ultimate. There's a stacked field on top. Holding is Dakota. Wants to try and get the Shallow Grave off, but he can't. I think it might have been just out of range. It's a glimpse back, catching Yamich. Yeah, the cast range for level 1 Grave is pretty small. Yamich will find the TPing out Boxy, and I don't think there's much he can do. In fact, he used the shards to push himself over the edge. And this is just the definition of space right now. Boxy, he's running into the base. He'll deny to the tower. Or maybe he would have gone hidden over in the trees and just wasted a little more of that time. But happy to try and stop him getting the XP. And it did waste a lot of that time there anyway. Nice little play there from Boxy. Yamich has the Tranquil Boots, working towards a 4-staff. Wants to be able to either help one of his heroes who's been roared. That's probably the primary purpose of this 4-staff. Or just reposition himself. Whoa, Sonic Wave mid. Just takes out GPK, who was sitting a little bit low on the HP. And there's the immediate tip from Mickey. Liquid, they're playing the mental mind games at the moment. Dakota denies the Arcane Rune. But I think his life is going to be denied here in the river as well. Mickey picking up a double kill. And now with Matumba Man moving in with no levels in the Inner Beast just yet on Zaya. But Mask of Madness will get the job done. Moving to the bottom. The shards have actually caught again. But maybe this time Boxy might have gone bridge too far. He does die to the crits of Ramses. But the tick damage, it's a little bit too much. DM trying to make a little bit of space. A Roar in the backline catches GPK. He goes down. Rocket Flare scouting out the rest of the team of Liquid. They will move away. DM moving forward once again. Glimpse back. So he won't get the finishing damage. Yamich inside now the kinetic field. DM, he's still hunting. One more Timber Chain forward. Mickey will slow him down. Blink to the north side. Zai is just living. BPF, be careful not to overcommit here. Matumba Man has an Eclipse still, holding on to it. I guess just with the level 1 Lucent Beam. It's a fearful Eclipse. Oh, nice. Glimpse catching Dakota. And he goes back, that level 4 Glimpse. Disruptor, probably the best hero in the game to define the feeling of feels amazing, man, when in front, feels terrible when behind. You get a catch like that on the Disruptor and you go, man, this hero is actually dead set broken. Oh, there is the Static Storm, but GPA gets out of the field just in time. And with the Strength Morph, we'll be fine. Pinging out some vision around, but actually the vision is on the stairs on the other side of the lane. Vanguard on DM. Glimpse sending back Yamich. You will not get this rune that doesn't spawn here. Instead, Mickey, he gets the DD bottom. And with the Witchblade and a DD, I mean, Mickey doesn't even need the Sonic Wave at the moment. He could just waltz up and hit someone, and they're going to die pretty quickly. 134 damage. And with the DD, it's going to be, you know, 260. I mean, that's a hook. Does miss. Zai just steps backwards and trying to kill the creeps off. Probably will get the job done, although now DM has realized his mistake. He tries to Timber Chain away. Will get over the cogs of his own teammate, Mickey. With the dagger, slowing him down up on the high ground. Yamich will TP away. And yeah, they realize just a little bit too late that that's what had occurred. He tumble his toy? He did too. Yamich tumbling toy up onto that high ground to get the TP out. Nice little tech there from the neutral item. You love to see just optimal use of these tier 1 neutrals. Particularly the Tumbler's toy. It's the one that seems to be the one with the most play potential. Oh, Boxy just lost the last charge of the infused raindrop from that rocket flare. I was just about to comment. He's still got an infused raindrop. Might just help him if he gets caught out in initiation. But no, the rocket flare says, no thanks. No more infused raindrop for you. And Boxy will have to deal with a little less mana regen for the time being. Top side, GPK is farming with the Midas. Oh, this makes me nervous for VP. Liquid have a push strat. They want to win at 30 minutes with Matumba Man, with Zai, the Inner Beast, and the Mask of the Overlord. Helm of the Overlord. And we got a Midas on the Morphling. Now that Midas is going to take a while to pay off. See what Ramses is building towards. He's more going Blink BKB. I think he has the BKB potentially coming out to him just now. We check it out. No, it's not BKB. My mistake. It's just an Echo Saber. So Blink Armlet Echo Saber is the plan. That doesn't really... Oh, Yamich is in the trees. That's hookshot. Just hiding for the time being. Creeps are asleep. Mickey, do you see him? The Tumbler's toy over the edge. Okay. Yeah, I think they did. They see him here now. I don't think there's any way he gets out of this now. With the Lucent Beam and the Glimpse. Roll as well. It's a dead Clockwork. The clocks are going to be have to be turned forward after he's down for a while now. Mickey working towards the Fire and Sanj. Wants to be a little bit tankier, deal a little bit more damage, and when you've got a good lead at the beginning, it's sort of, that's the preferred item over maybe a Yule's or some sort of self-sustainability, an early BKB, because it does give you sustainability, it does give you damage, but it's not an all-in on it like a Yule's, you know. It is really very defensive, particularly on the Quap. Ramses gets the stun, but the snowball dodge from Boxy punching. Matumba Man eclipses out. Big Sonic Wave! Catching on, actually pushes him out of the kinetic field, but Ramses, he's still stuck inside. He will go down in the middle of the fight. There's the Roar onto GPK. Does morph into the Tusk. Trying to use some shards, but he dies to the Lucid Beam as well. DM, Timber Chain, backwards. Trying to use the Chakram to slow him down. There's a hook. Quick, take me! DM does look like he'll get away. Ticking from the dagger, but enough regen from the reactive armor, plus the items he has. He'll make it home. The Clockwork. The Titanic music plays. As Yamich just hooks in and saves his Timbersaw. Liquid into the pit. Aegis probably on Matumba Man. And this high ground will probably soon be under threat. They're in and out. I don't think they're committing to it. Flare will scout it. Well, they need to be quick. Movements are coming. Yamich has a hook in 16. It's probably not going to be soon enough. Actually, Hawk scouting him out. Boar will be sent around. In fact, they just want to get the kill. Get the kill first. Roll through. Punch up axes. And the damage from Matumba Man. The right clicks. It's a little bit too much. Glimpse back onto DM through a coincide. Connect field. Mickey's hitting with the right clicks and the dagger. He's under still a Hawk. Phantasm used from Ramses. Actually, they're half duration. They're not going to last forever. They see that the Roche is 3rd HP. That's one illusion down. Ramses will be without an ultimate. Glimpse back into a static storm. Oh no. Ramses, he still doesn't have a BKB. Brave keeps him alive a little bit longer. Armlet toggling, but the crits can't get you enough life now. And with Ramses dead, they go back into the pit again. Zai body blocking, using himself and his boars to try and stop any hooks. But I think now, yeah, the side of VP have decided to give it up. The Roche will be claimed by Liquid. Matumba Man has it. And couldn't really kill him once. They're going to struggle to kill him twice. There's a fresh PKB as well. 9 seconds. Hasn't used it at all yet. Dragonlance. This is the timing you play for as a Luna. Top net worth, 11k. Almost 4k more than the Morphling and the CK. And this is when you really want to push your advantage as a Luna. Luna, much to the disbelief of many players, Luna is not a late game carry. Luna falls off pretty reasonably. She can obviously destroy bases in a heartbeat, but you know there are a lot of other heroes that will outperform her in the late game. The thing that makes Luna really strong is the timing that she hits. She's a really strong right clicker around that 30 minutes mark. Actually, stun. There is an Aegis. BKB is used from a Matumba Man. Morphling moving forward. Raw on the backline catches Yamich. And they might just get the life out. They really want to use this Aegis for hitting high ground. Hookshot will miss. He's got to dodge DM. Actually, he's glimpsed back in the middle of the fight. Zai will go down. Mickey now wants a little bit of the fight. Big Sonic Wave catches onto 2. So walking out of the static storm. It's not good for Liquid. They probably need to make an escape. Boxy's being caught by the stun. The Aegis is claimed. DM sitting on top with the Chakram. There's a rift back and a stun. GPK's doing the damage. Matumba Man tries to turn around, but it's not going to be enough. And the tier 1 tower now for VP. They're going to take it. Liquid uses the glyph.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So this is a little bit scary for Liquid. They still have a decent time. Luna is still reasonably farmed. But as I was just saying, as Matumba Man got caught out there in the top lane, the Luna is not ultra late game. You want to finish no later than 35-40 minutes on Luna. Going past 40 minutes on Luna, you start the farm effectiveness, the gold effectiveness on the hero starts to fall off. And heroes like CK and Morphling, it starts to accelerate. A CK with, you know, comparable farm at 40 minutes is going to obliterate a Luna. One stun Reality Rift, that Luna is dead. Yet the Reality Rift pierces spell immunity at level 20, and Luna just becomes paper to the CK and the Phantasm illusions. DD again for Mickey. He's got it bottled up. Moving into Shiva's Guard next. Yamich will take back their outpost in their jungle. Core staff has been complete for a while. Zakoda working towards the Glimmer Cape. Just the Shadow Amulet at the moment. And it's a 4-man smoke from Liquid. They're looking to still push their advantage. Slight that it is. Only 2k network for the time being. Zai has the Roar, but no Blink. Home of the Overlord is active. Hawks. Trying to give a little bit of vision. Matumba Man moving forward has the Crystallis. And VP, they sense it out. They sense that there's no one on the map. They head to their high ground. Zakoda chappies it away underneath the tier 4s. Tier 3s. I mucked it up. There you go. under the tier 3s. Although you can't, Shadow Amulet, you can't do that anymore. Thank you, Ice Frog. Thank you, Gaben, whoever made the change. No more AFK with Shadow Amulet. I think it's a perfectly acceptable change. I think 14 seconds, is it? 15 seconds is plenty long enough. So both teams knowing exactly where each other is. It's another smoke from Liquid. Glimpse catches DM. There's a roar on top and the punch. Damage coming out from the Luna is enough. Mickey links forward with the Sonic Wave and the DD. Dazzle is down. And to the mid lane goes Matamba Man. Working now on the Daedalus. Welcome in the Reaper 709. Good to have you here. Ramsey's, he's feeling strong. He's got the illusions up, but there's a Eclipse, and unfortunately the illusions are not that strong yet. They can't tank through all of that damage.
Radiant's middle tower.
Matamba Man, he's feeling it now. The cat's purring. You can almost imagine the whiskers of Matamba Man curling in satisfaction as they now lead 7k net worth 24 minutes into the game. There was a little dip there, the side of Liquid, when they lost that Aegis and the subsequent fight, but they are regaining their momentum once again. And you can see VP, they just huddled. They're huddled around their triangle here. They're just so scared of moving out because the catch potential is so great from Liquid with the roar, with the punch. Gem now on Boxy, so looking to control the map, and Blink Dagger only 800 gold away. Insania has the 4-staff, working on the Glimmer Cape as well. No rush on the Agnum Scepter this game. Recognizes that that's not the win condition at the moment. Maybe later, if the game continues, then the Ags may be the relevant item. But for the moment, just a Glimmer. Keep him or an ally alive. Maybe set up for a cheeky Static Storm under the effect of the invisibility. GPK has the Agnum Scepter, so Morph stealing the stats, 20% of the stats stolen, and thinking about who he's probably going to want to get that on. Probably the Luna. Get the bonus attack speed, 70 bonus attack speed, and getting yourself your own Luna with the Luna Blessing and the Moonglaives is pretty impactful. Glimpse back, catches DM, silence from the Sonic Boom, reflected dagger from his own Lotus Orb on DM. Mickey does blink back out. Yeah, so getting into a morphed Luna and getting your own auras and your own split damage with the glaives is one way to leverage the fact that the Luna is quite farmed on the opposition. Working at BKB himself, yeah. I think at the moment the build is from GPK, just become Matamba Man. Be Matamba Man. Think like Matamba Man and just channel the Luna in this game. Morph into him, BKB up, and just go to work with the Luna Blessing and the glaives. Insane, you're actually holding the dagger, not dagger, the gem now. Probably a safer move. Not going to be the initiator going. Dakota is spotted out, goes invisible. Walking with the Shadow Amulet. Just toggle on, toggle off. Picking out as well, trying to move further away. There's a hook shot to get Yamich out, and the Cogs to push back. What a team player, although it might cost him his life. He's trying to TP out. There will be the damage. I don't even think Matamba Man Lucent Beam then. He just knew that he had enough damage just by right-clicking. 10k net worth lead to Liquid. They're just farming more and more on the map. Queen of Pain actually top net worth now, 17k. That's the Shiva's complete. Now working into a BKB himself. Oh, it's an enchanted quiver for the side of Liquid. It's pretty good for the Quap already with the Witchblade. Even the Luna to get that enchanted quiver. Might hold on to himself. That certain strike. Bonus. 225 magical damage. And look at this. Oh, the Frenzy on Mickey. Level 20. 120 Scream of Pain. See that attack speed. I mean, you got the Inner Beast off to the side as well. That Queen of Pain was really working out. definitely didn't skip arm day then. And Roche with the tag team, Lunar Blessing. It's going to die so quickly. Auras from the Helm of the Overlord. Actually, did you get the last hit? No. Wasn't a snatch. I thought maybe the Rocket Flare may have got the last hit then on the Roche. I am a millisecond earlier, probably would have.
Under attack. Dire's bottom is under attack.
And with the Ancient Thunderhide leading the charge, they head to the high ground once again. This time with the Aegis and the rest of the team. This is when you want to push as a Luna. 30 minutes. Hit the high ground, win the game, take 1 or 2 racks. All the outer towers are gone. No more tier 2s anywhere on the map. So the base is up for the taking. Dakota, invisible. Trying to set up a little bit. Is that? It's got the shard. Turning the dinosaur. My Ancient Thunderhide probably wouldn't be too happy about that transformation. He's already been dominated, and then he was just turned into a little pig. DM. Blink in from Ramses. BKB immediately from Matamaman. They catch him inside the shards. If they can get the damage, there's the Eclipse coming through. He's actually invisible. Hookshot catches onto 3 in the backlines. Punch. Yamich does get back out. Mickey lets it go with the Sonic Wave. 3 into the middle of the fight. Clockwork will go down, immediately buys back. But all the time, Matamaman, he's been left unchecked, just hitting the backlines. Double buyback. Dazzle will come back into the fray as well. No buyback available on Ramses. Liquid will say that's enough for now. 15k net worth lead. They still have the Aegis, so they can just let Zai respawn naturally. Then 3 minutes will be plenty enough time to go and hit that base once again. I think VP in that time might try and look for a catch on a Matamaman just so they can't freely hit the high ground again. Paladin Sword on GPK. Exactly the item he's looking for. Hasn't got any natural sources of life still at the moment, so that should keep him up and running in the fights. Ramses has the BKB, did show it off in that last fight. It was the fresh 9-second one. Still died anyway. And really, Ramses is starting to play second fiddle to Morphling. It's really the carry Morphling. And as I said, they've respawned on Zai. And here we go again. No Eclipse for 30 odd. Mickey has the Sonic Wave soon. Disruptor ult is ready. Is there a Roar? Yes, there is. Roar and BKB is there. DM once again positions in the front lane. Here we are again. Phantasm from Ramses has the blink to go in if he wants to. GPK does become Luna. And in they go. Mickey with the BKB. There's a reflected Roar. But Sonic Wave pushes them out of their base. Ramsey's trying to armlet toggle through it with the BKB running. Meanwhile, in the middle, GPK pops his own BKB, and now it's Matamaman and GPK fighting it up. Matamaman does actually hesitate for a moment. Static field in the middle of the fight, and there's 2 dead. No buyback from the Dazzle, or the Morphling, or the CK DM. He has to try and get back to the base. Mid lane now, under threat. Matamaman, he's hitting the towers. Once they break through this, the Moonglaives, they're gonna go to work on this mid-racks. The bounce. Oh, it's going away. Do they go straight for the tier 4s? No, there's the GG. It's called. Good luck on TI11. They're doing it. They've done it. They're going to TI11. They've done it the hardest possible way, all the way through the last chance qualifiers in the lower bracket. Congratulations, Team Liquid, and that 1 DPC point will haunt VP forever.